Are you a podcaster? Maybe you've got that big idea and you're looking for a network to join. The multi-award-winning Ozcast Network can get your content to eyes and ears all over the world. Join now for the first month free, and you could be featuring this sound at the beginning of your podcast.
Ozcast.
Simply head to ozcastnetwork.com for details.
You're listening to Davo, Tom and Callum, the podcast.
So I've been trying to get this segment across the line for a little while. I've been pretty excited about it. I hope that you guys would get involved as well. And thankfully today, seeing it is my last week, you're both on board and we're going to have a lot of fun, right?
Yeah.
Sure,
absolutely.
Yeah. Under duress, it would seem, you making sure we're okay with it.
I have
We're
got
like,
the panic button
sure,
under
no
the table, ready to hit it at any moment.
No. So we're talking about some trends here, and trends are interesting how they come about. And there's a particular trend I want to talk about, and that is big butts.
I like big butts and I cannot lie.
Yeah, the Kardashians made the big butts hot for women. You know, it was something that came about, and, you know, now big booties are a whole thing.
Of course, Kim Kardashian breaking the internet, the champagne glass on her backside with, popping the champagne and everything was huge.
Yeah. But when you see, like, a big booty woman, you don't think twice about it. But when you see...
Unless you're a bloke.
Unless you're a bloke.
Might think 4 times,
Yeah.
5 times maybe.
But when you're a big booty bro, it's kind of like it's not been normalised yet. Because big booty bros obviously exist, but it's certainly not mainstream. You know what I mean?
Yeah, absolutely.
You do know what I mean, don't you, Tom?
I do. I know it all too well.
Because you yourself are a big booty bro.
I ain't never seen a ass like that.
Ain't that the truth?
There was a period in time where Davo had one thing she'd always say to me whenever I'd leave a room, and she'd always say, hate to say goodbye, but love to see you leave.
Yeah, it was pretty tough watching my mate get objectified on the daily by another colleague.
But if there's something I want to impart on Adelaide is I want to make big booty bros mainstream. We don't need to keep talking about it. We don't need to bring it up, you know, because if you are a big bootied bro, you know about it because people comment.
Yeah, like you said, Davo, it isn't really a trend or anything. There aren't any magazines, there aren't any hotshot celebrities endorsing the big ass for guys, you know?
And you don't have many songs that really celebrate big booty bros, right?
No,
No,
not really.
there's not many. I mean,
untapped market.
we have got the black market version.
We want big booty
Bros.
Could be the new summer anthem, could it not?
Number 1 of Top 92 2024.
Adelaide, we've got to normalise big booty bros. Now, you guys both, got some junk in your trunk, and I reckon that we should make a club. I think we should make a fresh club of big bootied bros, you know. And if you are a big booty bro, you know about it because your missus might use it for banter. You know, your pants might never fit around your butt. Maybe your jocks, wear earlier towards that thing.
That's it. So you want us lads, us big booty bros, to unite and come together and support the cause.
Yeah, absolutely.
And we only eat pancakes in lieu of our fallen brothers.
No longer will me and Tom be afraid of, opening up the fridge at work and going down to the bottom shelf and worrying that someone will be
Goggling at us.
gawking at our asses, in shame. So let's band together and support the pride of the big booty bros.
Yeah, we need the bros to get involved here.
I'm going to open up the phone lines here. Are you a big booty bro, Adelaide? This is my career. Is there anyone out there that wants to call up and say, yes, I am also a big booty bro? Hell, maybe you're a girlfriend listening at the moment with a partner who has a big booty.
Now, we got some text in here. This one here says, my husband puts Kim Kardashian to shame. He's a tradie and I reckon he could rest his tools on that thing if he needed to.
Yeah, no need for a tool belt.
The apprentice is like, where's the spanner? And it's like, just look behind me.
You can get it from there, bro.
Yeah, you got the whole kit resting.
Somebody else has texted in here. I have to go up a size in pants to accommodate my booty. My missus won't let me live it down.
That's the thing. I reckon the girlfriends would have a lot to say about it.
Yeah,
They'd love it.
It's great.
This one here, I'm afraid to bring my boyfriend around any delicate furniture. He's like a fat-ass bull in a china shop. Rocks it, though.
Rocks it, though, see?
See, yeah, the girlfriends love it, no matter what.
Jeez. Hey, another text just came through here. My mates always take the piss out of my voluptuous ass.
Voluptuous is a great word.
I ain't never seen a ass like that.
Let's head over to Tim from Seaford Rise. Tim, good morning to you, mate. Thanks for getting involved in the show this morning. Are you a big booty bro?
I definitely am, yes.
I like big butts and I cannot lie.
Now,
Hell yeah, Tim.
well, Tim, welcome to the club. It's good to have you here.
Now, Tim, what's the reception on the big booty? Do you have a girlfriend that makes comments or mates that make comments?
I have a wife that likes to mock the couple pant size up you have to do and all that stuff. And nothing like being on a job site and having blokes beep as you walk backwards as you're towing a trailer.
Do you get wolf whistled on the work site?
Yep. So, you know...
So obviously this big booty, have you self-made this big booty? Like, have you been squatting at the gym, or is this just something you've been naturally born with?
50-50.
Okay.
Might go to the gym to make it a little bit better.
Yeah, okay, very good. And I mean, what does it feel like to be a big booty bro? Like, are you happy to be joining this club or what, man?
Might as well, you know.
Why not?
There's nothing wrong with a big booty.
Yeah.
So you're not embarrassed by the big booty, Tim?
Oh, when you turn corners and knock things off the shelves, it's a bit upsetting, but, you know.
He backing that ass up like a Mack truck, my friend.
Now, Tim,
That's it.
if you were to join the Big Booty Club with consisting of me and Tom at the moment, what would you expect to be one of the activities? Would we be doing some squats, or would we be eating some hefty meals?
You'd be finding big chairs to sit on.
Big, massive sofas, no deck chairs allowed.
Oh, Davo, Tom and Callum podcast. Oh, Davo, Tom and Callum podcast.
I'll have what she's having.
Davo, Tom and Callum, the podcast.
Of course, you may have heard by now, but this week is my last week on air at Fresh 92.7 before I fly the nest and kick on with Radio Interstate. And part of that means that I'm passing on the reins to you two loose units.
Yes.
Yeah.
Which
This is
I
correct.
have felt pretty comfortable with right up until the other day where I thought, oh my God, heavens help them.
Thank God you're going to be thousands of kilometres away.
There's no possible way you can, monitor it, really. I guess maybe you'll see a few things on the Instagram pop up and you'll think, God,
Oh, yeah.
what a time that was in my life, hanging out with those two.
So, of course, part of this whole new setup and new show launch is that you guys went off and got your photos done. And as an office, we were all sitting upstairs and we're looking through the photos for your new show. And you two, out of all the talent, including Taylor, had easily the longest photo shoot.
We had the most amount of ideas, I think.
Yeah.
And I reckon 80% of them aren't usable.
You know what? The photographer man would have been taken a little bit by surprise, but I think overall he was quite impressed by our initiative.
Yeah.
Because yes, we scraped the bottom of the barrel sometimes with our ideas. You know,
Spider-Man crawl.
Yeah, that one
pretending
was
to be
a lot.
Spider-Man, playing Twister.
Yeah.
There were things.
The
he
playing
probably-
Twister one could easily be interpreted looking something different.
Very
Yeah,
dirty.
you look like you're a utensil, like a scissor.
Yeah.
But overall, I think everyone had a really good time and, saw that we had a lot of good ideas floating about the place.
Yeah, good ideas. I mean, you'll just wait and see, I guess, a Fresh fan, whether these ideas were ideal for a bus stop. But, of course, what we knew was always going to happen is that the kit was going to come off with you two. Now, let me just go through this with you. A group of co-workers, about 8 of us, we're all crowded around a computer upstairs as we go through your photos, and we've gotten to the underwear portion of your photo shoot.
That's right. We're proud models.
yeah.
We'll do anything.
No doubt one of you was very proud. Now, you two... you both have sunnies on, your backs to the camera, you're twisting with the sign, like you guys are posing, giving this heaps.
Yeah.
But as an office, a professional workplace, we've all spotted something as a collective, and that's that Callum's jocks were basically see-through. And we're flicking through all these photos of Callum's
Yeah. You know what was crazy is that I was downstairs. I had a slight bit of a cough, so I went downstairs, and then I heard someone was yelling my name, but I didn't think too much of it to come back upstairs. And then I was informed by you, Davo, that in fact there are some illicit-looking pictures going around the workplace, and all 8 of my co-workers saw it.
We've seen all of Callum, and the pose has got worse and worse. He's sitting there smiling like a dumbass with his whole junk hanging out.
It's the worst part is, it's like you said, the jackassery of the picture. You know, not only being a bit crude, but also having the aviators on. Me and Tom doing these dumb poses. What I will say is kudos to the lighting that the man used on the photos. That is a hefty camera. He picked up on a lot there.
I think it's just time for a new pair of jocks, mate.
You're listening to Davo, Tom and Callum, the podcast.
It's always great to crash at a mate's place, it makes it convenient, and, you might, it's just, you don't have to worry about anything until the morning.
Sentence is funny until he's saying it in 15 years' time.
Yeah. But, it is convenient, though, isn't it, though, that in the morning you worry about everything, how you're going to get home and all that. But sometimes you have to take drastic measures to, leave a bit earlier. And with that, it can come off as a little bit offensive, I guess, if you're leaving a mate or a girlfriend's place, partner, whatever, because they're probably waking up in the morning thinking, why the hell did they leave?
Yeah.
Was the decor crap?
Yeah, where are they? They must be making me breakfast to have in bed.
Yeah, surely they're on a Macca's run, surely they're bringing some food back, but, or it could, like I said, you could be offended and think, geez, was the bed not comfy enough? Was my hospitable service not good enough? But, one of my mates, a few weeks back, I had a murder mystery party that we talked about on air, and it was all the way up at Wollonga. And it was a group...
It's far away.
Yeah, heaps far. And, it was a group of about 10 people that went up there, so it was offered that, there's heaps of couches you can sleep on or bring a swag or something like that so you can stay. I went home. However, there was one bloke that stayed there for the night, and he'd been trying to sleep for a good 5 hours or something.
Yeah, that is the worst feeling.
No one really partied on or anything. I reckon everyone went to bed at, like 11:30 or something. It was, like, quite tame.
Yeah. I mean, a murder mystery tuckered them out.
Yeah.
It's all that mental game.
Rowdy night on the murder mystery.
They're having the sugar crash.
But it's about 4:30 in the morning, and he still hasn't slept. He's been up for about 5 hours in this creepy old house in Wollonga. Everyone else is dead asleep. And it gets to 4:30. He's getting mozzies coming around his face, so the paranoia is kicking in. He's thinking, geez, I'm going to wake up looking like the Elephant Man, all bitten up and everything. And he thinks, geez, I'm going to make the big call. I'm going home. 4:30 in the morning. Takes an hour and a half drive all the way back home just so he can have a good night's sleep. And they all wake up, of course, thinking, shit, where's Lockie? He ditched
The ghost got him. There's a real murder mystery on our hands.
Murder mysteries turn real. Everyone stay put.
Contact the Airbnb host. We're staying another night.
But of course, he ditched the night at 4:30 in the morning to go all the way back home.
Jeez, that is ditching a sleepover at the thick of it, isn't it?
Yeah.
No good. I mean, I once had 2 people stay at my house. My mum was away, and these 2 friends of mine, they were sort of getting together at this point in time. Anyway, they stayed over, and I said, "Oh, look, you can sleep in my mum's bed."
Yeah.
Nice.
Taint the mum's bed.
Yeah.
Anyway, and I said to them, you've got to get out of there in the morning because, of course, my mum will be home and we just don't want that to happen.
Yeah,
so get out.
take a picture of the bed, make it exactly how you found it.
Well, they left at like 4:30 in the morning to do that just to make sure they definitely didn't cross paths. But I woke up and thought, hey, where are they? I thought we were going to have breakfast.
Yeah. Jeez, so once again it kicks in, they get a bit fried and then, bolt off 4:30 in the morning.
Did you ditch the sleepover?
Yeah, I mean, I always remember with my ex, sometimes I'd wake up in the morning and be on the couch because I've been snoring.
Oh.
Devastating.
Yeah.
You think you wake up and you're like...
That's even worse than straight up leaving.
It was devastating. You wake up and you're like, what have I done?
Yeah, literally. And it's out of your control as well, so it's almost like you feel even worse. It's something you can't control.
Hey, let's head over to Penfold. We've got Matt on the line. Matt, good morning. Did you ditch the sleepover?
G'day, morning. I can sort of feel your mate in that, that aspect.
Yeah.
I was at my friend's place having a bit of a party, and so I went to go to bed because I had to work the next day. And his brother kept harassing me, so I was like, I'll go to the other bedroom. And I ended up bunking with my mate Jay at the time. And his brother kept walking in trying to give us wet willies and like being an absolute pain in the ass.
How old's the brother? Is the brother younger or older?
Like 20. He was like 28. He was an older bloke as well. That's the worst part.
Jeez. Well, so he's really bringing out the nostalgia on the pranks, isn't he? Doing the wet willies at 28.
I just wanted to sleep, and then I was like, stuff this. So I was on in my peas, and I'm not supposed to drive after midnight at the time. I was like, fuck it this. Got in my car, drove home, and then my mum was asleep, and I didn't want to wake her up. She would tell me off, curfew. So I turned my car off and pushed my car up a steep driveway just to go back to bed.
What an effort! What an effort! Just to get home and have a good night's sleep.
Fair enough.
Matt, how was work the next day?
Oh, mate, I was rough as. I did not feel well at all.
You're tired, your ears are sore.
Got an ear infection.
Hey, let's cross over to Freeling. We got Ebony on the line. Ebony, good morning. Did you ditch a sleepover?
Good morning. I didn't, but my husband does every bloody time. Every time. We have mates that live a few streets away, and every time we have a get-together or a party, we're planning to stay there. We'll take our swag or our pillows and blankets, and every single time he will disappear, and we'll be like, where's he gone? And he will be at home in our bed. Every time.
Doesn't want to sleep over.
Every single time.
It sounds like every time you're planning these events to stay over at your mate's house, all he's thinking is, you beauty, I've got the bed to myself tonight.
Pretty much, because everyone's starting to pass out, and we're like, where's he gone? And we're like, yep, he's done his disappearing act. You can't handle waking up with everybody in the morning and have to face everyone feeling green. Like, can't cope.
Yeah, doing the Irish goodbye.
So,
I mean, it would be tempting if you're living only a few streets away.
Yeah.
Ebony,
and I'm just like, I've got a good night. The kids are at their nanas, and we're like, yep, party night. And where's hubby? In bed like a bloody grandpa.
Loving it.
What does he do for work, Ebony? Is he a magician or something?
No, well, you would think that, wouldn't you? No, he owns his own pest control business.
Okay. Yeah, he's on the pest control by the sounds of it. Good on you, Ebony. Thanks for getting involved. Hey, let's wrap things up. We've actually got one of our volunteer producers on the line with us right now, Steph. Steph, good morning. How are you?
Good morning, I'm good. How you guys doing?
Very good.
Of course, Steph is filling in for Drive this week, which we absolutely adore. Thank you so much, darling.
Oh my God, thank you for having me. It's so fun.
Now, Steph, what happened? Who ditched the sleepover? Was it you or someone else?
It was my partner, Callum's mate, Damon.
Don't rope me into being his mate.
No, I will.
I don't know what he's done yet.
Well, let me tell you. So he stayed at my house on Friday. He was supposed to drop me off at the Top 92. Had to be there by 10 a.m. to help Taylor set up. Comes to like 1 o'clock in the morning, tossing and turning, waking me up. And he's like, oh, man, like, it's too hot in here. I have to go home. And I was like, no, don't go. Like, I don't want you to leave. And he's like, do you have a wet flannel or something? Like, I can't stay here.
What, Damon? Damon doesn't deserve a wet flannel.
I'm going to pass out. Get the flanny.
He was struggling so bad. And yeah, it got to like 1:30. He's like, nah, I'm so sorry. I got to go. And I was thinking he's going to come back and pick me up in the morning, take me there. But nah, he doesn't. He sleeps in. I have to catch an Uber. $30 later, he's dogged me.
Oh, what a crook bloke.
No wonder you've roped Callum into this one.
Yeah, that's right.
You're gonna need a bigger podcast.
Davo, Tom and Callum, the podcast.
We need to talk about something that happened at Top 92 over the weekend.
And we've been doing drips and drabs, and what is becoming apparent is that we do hang around some crook people. I mean, we already touched on the fact that Adam from the Lunar Society was better to do a nudie run at the Top 92, and now we've got Irene, your lovely mum, Davo, doing something a little bit risque.
Yeah, see, look, my mum has been a bit of a pillar on this show for the last couple of years.
Yeah.
And I know with me leaving, she is absolutely gutted that she's no longer going to be featured as a Adelaide celebrity.
She actually did come up to us at the Top 92 and said she's going to continue to call up to the show when it's just us because she wants to hold on to her title.
Well, that's just it. She really does. And
imagine if she just becomes a staple of Future Fresh. It's like 20 years down the track, she's still cracking on. It's just a mythical legend of Fresh.
We can only hope. I mean, that's just thing. She does have thirsty reality TV star energy.
Yeah.
You know, I always did kind of think that she could have have been famous or something, like maybe on the radio, because she is so funny. But I have realised over the weekend that she doesn't have the capacity within her to handle the attention. She gets drunk on the validation,
Sure.
and she just pushes it too far.
Yeah. Yep.
See, whereas me, I'll get the validation, but there's still part
You'll
of
cower
me.
in a corner.
Well, there's part of me that's always going to tell myself that I'm a piece of shit. You know what I mean? And that keeps you humble and it keeps you grounded. But my mum was soaring high on the weekend because what she did. Oh my God. Okay, so we're broadcasting on air. We're up there. We're doing the top 30 songs. And my mum is on the dance floor giving it heaps.
And we're at the tail end at this point, you know.
Yeah.
Maybe the top 5 songs when this all went down.
Actually, good segue there because Fisher, Take It Off, started playing. Number 5 in our top 92 countdown.
Yeah.
Ironically.
My mum has thought this is the cue to take her kimono off. So off comes the kimono, all good. That gets thrown at us while we're live on air.
Yeah.
No dramas.
Felt like a rock star, you know.
Yeah, cool. And then I look down and I see one bra strap. She's doing the old undo your bra, under your top. Take one bra strap off one arm. Take the other bra strap off the other arm.
Yeah.
And then she's taken her bra out the neck of her shirt and thrown it at us on stage.
Felt like a rock star again. Then I
Yeah.
saw it was Irene's bra and I wasn't
like,
sure how to feel.
Okay, I feel like I'm back at Woodstock 69. Bit of an older demographic.
And you think you, as any sort of respectable woman, you'd stop there, right?
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
Well, what
Surely.
happened next, boys?
Well, that's when the both hands went down to the bottom of her shirt, and then both hands went right back up as quick, and we got a little bit of a flash mob out of Irene.
Flash mob's a great way to say it.
Yeah.
We did. We were titillated by Irene's breasts because she flashed us.
Yeah, she did. Yeah.
Yeah, it was and
it wasn't
like you
just
said,
us either.
No, it was quite a few times. It was to a few other people, and like I guess how you said we were in the top 5 songs. This is like the crunch time. You know, we've got to get our words out and be concise and stuff. This was this just scattered us.
Yeah.
There's no other way to put it. It just fried our brains a little bit.
And after the first time, her friend came over, sorted her out, and we're like, okay, that's the end of that.
done.
Was it Jeanette? Jeanette comes over, starts trying to pull her arms back down.
Straight back to the count, and I reckon it was about maybe 30 seconds, minute later. We've seen them again. They've come out again for a second showing. Yeah.
And again.
Yeah, there was a few
again.
encores,
We got a sequel, and a sequel we didn't need.
It turned into a trilogy, which quickly turned into a whole saga.
Yeah,
It
yeah.
certainly did. And at that point, my mum left at the top 3.
I don't think so she didn't get to Prada. She didn't get to the number 1.
She didn't quite
certainly
make
didn't.
it.
Now, look, I saw her on the Sunday morning. She was quite sheepish, but something has changed within her, and she's starting to back herself. So I wouldn't mind, having to hear what she's got to say after, a few days of reflection.
Yeah, I'll give her a bit of a call and see if she wants to give a public apology on air or anything.
Yeah, surely.
Yeah, okay.
That's
All
right.
right. Well, stick around, Adelaide. Coming up next, in the next 10 or so minutes, we'll have Irene on the line and we'll see what she has to say about her antics at the top 92. We've got her on the line right now.
Let's have a chat here. So obviously Saturday you've come to top 92. You're having yourself a big day. Look, you flashed your boobs more than once, mate. Now, what went through your mind?
I got no idea. I thought I was in a house by myself.
Well, you
Just
didn't.
having a good time.
Is that what you thought when you threw the bra at us on stage?
Yeah.
Yeah, my house seems to have a lot of DJs and a big group of people dancing to a countdown. Now, Irene, was there anyone that was trying to stop you?
No. Oh,
I reckon there was.
I'm pretty sure we all saw several people trying to hold your hands down.
Physically restrain you.
Oh, yeah. I can't remember any of that. But, look, I'm 70 years old. First, I used to have 2 little puppies, firm little puppies. Now I've got 2 little sausage dogs hanging off my chest.
Yeah.
So no one's even going to perv or nothing. They're going to say, for goodness sake, cover that up, will you?
You may as well wag him around, wag the sausage dog tails.
Yeah. I forgot my tassels, though.
Are we addressing
Yeah,
that?
sure.
I think we should.
Yeah,
All right. Well, what happened this morning, Mum? You've sent me a video.
Yeah.
Why are we backing it up? This chick is...
I just thought I'll have a bit of fun. Once you turn 70, it doesn't really matter, does it?
No.
Just get on with your life and do whatever you bloody like.
Hey, it's good fun and it's a good philosophy to have. However, you did also, in a sober mindset, send a video through to Davo of you wagging around the tassels on your breast. And me and
The sausage dog.
Me and Tom have caught a glimpse of it, I'll be honest.
You lucky boys. Mate. You lucky boys.
So what? You've said no regrets. We're all good. Happy days.
Yeah, for sure.
I reckon there's going to be a lot of people asking where you are at the next Top 92. Do you reckon you'll make an appearance even if Davo can't make it?
Oh, look, I'll be so embarrassed. And if I do, I'll have the straitjacket on. I'll be to a score.
You're listening to Davo, Tom and Callum, the podcast.
You never want to be betrayed by one of your pets. They're one of the closest things to you, and you don't want to, you don't want to be deceived by them. You feel like you can trust them.
Of course, every time my dog shits inside, I'm absolutely gutted. I'm thinking, what's going on here? I thought we had a system going on.
Slap in the face, isn't it, to the owner-pet relationship? But yes, there is a bloke over in America who's been betrayed by his parrot.
Oh, let the birds out. Chirp, chirp, chirp.
Yeah.
Who let the birds out? Chirp, chirp, chirp.
Who let him out?
Who let them out? But yes, this guy over in America, his parrot has wronged him because he's dating this girl and she's gone over to the house and Percy the parrot has started railing off a different girl's name, just on and on, saying Jess. And this has made...
Who's Jess?
Exactly right. This has made the girl turn around and she's said, hey, who the hell is Jess, to the boyfriend, to which he's acted very sheepishly and a bit suspicious and starts playing on... According to her, when she was interviewed, apparently he just started playing on his phone. When Percy started just going off saying Jess over and over, he just hopped on his phone. He was like, I'll just have my head buried in
Trying
this.
to drown the parrot out with music.
Yeah. Do you like jazz? You're putting on some vinyls.
He's singing Jessie's Girl.
Yeah. And it's, but it is funny because, of course, parrots, they do register what commonly used phrases are being used around the house. So for it to say Jess over and over again, there must obviously be a Jess around the house. But I think the boyfriend tried to claim, it's a TV show.
Yeah.
That's a go-to one for
That would be my excuse. I think if I was in his shoes, I would be like, I've been watching a TV show. There's a main character named Jess. What's the show? I don't know.
Did I say show? I meant movie.
But also, what vendetta does this parrot have against this man? Surely he knows exactly what he's doing.
You'd hope that the parrot is smart enough, right, that it knows exactly what it's doing to piss him off.
Changed his bird seats and he's absolutely cracked.
I'll show you.
I'm revealing the infidelity. Don't make me do it.
Sometimes me think, what is friend? Then me say, friend is someone to listen to Davo, Tom and Callum podcast. Cookie, nom 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 nom.
Ever since I've started at Fresh, there's been this almost eternal prank war between just everyone. There's no real, no one's safe.
Nah.
No one's out of it. Everyone just sort of pranks each other here in the office.
And it's funny that pranks, I guess, back in the day, I guess pranks around the office would have been very physical, but now we're in the era where it's cyber attacks. Everyone likes to prank people via, emails or the internet, so that's the new era of the prank.
I mean, you only just need to look at both of your Facebook pages and see the awful statuses that are put up constantly for the both of you. Because as soon as you leave your laptop or phone unlocked, you're done.
Yeah, somebody will go into your Facebook and leave a crazy, silly post. And the same thing happens with emails. And about a year ago, I used to get targeted with these email attacks where someone would send out an email to all staff saying, hey, I'm trying to put together my own calendar of people's pets here. Send in your best pet pictures.
Yeah.
And there were some people that would just straight up send me their pet pictures.
Which
I
is
was
almost
stuck
like-
with all these pictures of dogs and cats, and I didn't know what to do with them.
It's almost a great prank in itself because it pranks you, Tom, but then it also pranks the people that send in the pet pictures. It's like a double whammy to see who's gullible enough to, send in a picture of their cavoodle.
And of course, just coming back from our Christmas break, there has been a bit of a grace period.
Yes.
And the pranks have been sort of, not happening so much here.
Well,
until yesterday.
Yes, exactly right, Tom. Until yesterday, when an email came out from Callum's account, which, of course, he didn't write, but this is what it said. It said, hey, guys, I really want 2024 to be my Instagram year. This means I need any and all pictures people have of me from this year, preferably where I look like a hunk. I want to do 1 post a week and get to 1K followers ASAP. Please help me out and help me achieve my dream. If you see me on the streets and think I'm looking good, please take a picky of me because candid gets the chicks. P.S. Does anyone have the Daily Mail or advertiser contact? Love, soon to be Insta famous, Callum.
Yeah. And you know, the way, and funny, the way it's written, very, very prankish. You know, it's embellished. It is just clearly a bit of a joke.
It's silly.
Yeah, it's very silly.
But not everyone got it, that it was a joke immediately. And we've got our social media man, the guru himself, Gavin, in the studio with us right now. Gavin, you responded to this email yesterday.
I'm only just realising now that this is a prank. I had no idea.
So Gavin, as we've been talking, has been in the studio. He's been flipping us all off and pacing around the room and laughing. Yeah, sticking the finger up at us because you didn't realise that this was a prank, which is a little bit concerning because you'd think I'd actually write something like that.
Is it. That's the concerning part, is it sounds exactly like you would write it.
I don't think I'm vain enough to write a post like that.
You've said a few things the past few days.
But Gavin, would you like to read out what you said? Well, because when I read your response, this is what irked me. I read the prank and I thought, oh yeah, funny little gag. Then I scroll up and I see Gavin's response and it's dead serious.
So it says, literally my friend that was with me on Saturday at the Top 92, she works for the Daily Mail.
And he said,
That's my response.
Did you meet her?
Did you meet her?
Did you not?
Oh, well, we'll have to get that organised for him,
Yes,
Gavin.
future meeting. We'll set up a photo shoot.
Sure.
Now,
Yeah.
there's one really great thing about a great prank, and that is when you get away with it scot-free, when someone else takes the fall and you don't speak up. And that's exactly what's happened with this prank. I've let our boss, Sophie, take the fall for me. I'm the one that wrote this email and sent it out to the
Betrayal.
Actual dog.
All morning, Callum has been bad-mouthing our boss about this email that he thought she sent. And I've let take the fall, but no, it was me.
Poor Sophie, our boss. I do feel bad for her now.
Prank wars are back on, baby.
You're listening to Davo, Tom and Callum, the podcast.
Jeez, don't you hate it when your order gets stuffed up at a restaurant or
Mate,
bar or whatever?
time.
I've done a thing where I've gone through KFC again and screamed at the lady because they didn't put enough salt on my chips.
Oh, jeez.
I was hungover. It was like time for a salty feed.
Salt as well is one of the misdemeanors, you know. That's
why you go there.
Yeah. But it's like, yeah, usually people complain about, you know, missing big ingredient.
Yeah,
There
I
you
mean,
go.
that's the thing. You know, sometimes you're asking to add something and you get... this is annoying when you get charged for adding something and then they forget to add it, or, you know, you ask for something to be left out and it's been left in, or they just straight up get the wrong thing for you. But for, you know, most people... when this happens, because it's happened to everyone, something like this, right? For most people, yeah, it can be frustrating, but usually you'll say something and they'll be like, so sorry about that, we'll fix that right up for you.
Yeah.
Or you'll just be like, you know what, I don't really mind, I don't want to be a bother, I'll just leave it.
Yeah.
Right? For some people, though, words like patience or, better yet, forgiveness aren't in their vocabulary. And no surprises here, this story is coming out of Florida after a Florida man went to Subway and did not get the Subway he wanted delivered how he asked.
Okay, right.
What
What's happened? Like, what did they miss in the order? Does it say?
Look, I know what you're thinking. You're probably thinking like, he asked for Italian herbs and
Literally.
he got like oatmeal or something, or he asked for it to be toasted and they gave it to him fresh.
Yeah.
Nope, none of that. They just forgot to cut the sandwich in half.
Really?
His footlong was not cut in half. It was given to him as one full footlong.
Okay.
Wow, so he was pissed off that he had to engage in the labour himself of cutting the sandwich as opposed to them doing it.
He was outraged by the fact that his sandwich was not cut in half.
Yeah.
This man is 54, by the way. He's not a toddler.
Okay. And I mean, I would say that's a benefit, to be honest, with a Subway, because I think sometimes they don't really fold it in half and cut it properly. So, you know, whatever, you just get it done.
Yeah, or just, you know, cut it yourself.
Yeah.
Or just ask him, hey, sorry, can you cut this in half? It would take 2 seconds for them to do it. But no, he's gone and allegedly attacked this worker
Oh.
with the sandwich that she did not cut up.
Wow.
So
yeah, he just gets worse, doesn't he?
He's come with the foot. He's picked up the footlong.
Is it toasted so it's hard? It's a hard beating.
Didn't say if it was toasted or not, but still a footlong baguette. And over the counter, he's trying to swipe at her and hit her in the tum a couple times until he eventually got removed from the store.
Well, it's one of those that it just really makes sense, doesn't it? When you look at the process of what happened from start to finish, man complains about not getting his sandwich cut. Man goes back to the subway, attacks worker with the subway. It kind of pieces together. It does track for this guy.
Yeah, but I mean, I would like to say that this is, Florida only, a thing that would happen just in Florida. But when I was younger and I worked at McDonald's, I remember being in the drive-thru and someone come past and there was something wrong with their order and they grabbed their ice cream cone and they threw it at me.
Oh. Did they make contact? Did it hit?
Yes, it certainly did, baby.
Was it real comical? Did it stick to you?
Didn't
stick to your head like a unicorn or something?
It stuck in my head like trauma, but
Did you at least get the day off after that?
no. That clown works you hard.
Are you a podcaster? Maybe you've got that big idea and you're looking for a network to join. The multi-award winning Ozcast network can get your content to eyes and ears all over the world. Join now for the first month free, and you could be featuring this sound at the beginning of your podcast.
Ozcast.
Simply head to ozcastnetwork.com for details.